Hey, how you doing?
How you doing, sir?
You mind turning your car off for me for a second?
Turn off?
You mind turning your car off? Yeah, turn your car off. You have a driver's license registration on you?
Of course.
There's multiple reasons why I'm stopping you today.
Can you please explain to me, officer?
Yeah, because one, there was a green light back there and you sat there for almost 10 seconds or so and the lady had to beat the horn at you and you wouldn't move. I sat there and watched you, you wouldn't move. And then you finally decided to go up, then you started speeding, you started doing 60 in almost, it's like that 35.
Today's body cam captures what starts as a simple traffic stop, but quickly turns into a high-stakes confrontation over a suspected DUI, dealer tags, and a driver's refusal to exit her vehicle. At first glance, this might seem like a routine stop, but as the conversation unfolds, both the officer and the driver make decisions that escalate the encounter. We're going to break this video down section by section, examining what happened, why the officer acted the way he did, what the driver could have done differently, and the legal principles that come into play.
Because...
Yeah, but then you sped up way past the speed limit.
Officer.
You have an ID on you? Driver's license?
Of course I do. So I stopped at the green light? That's great. So...
What's your first name?
Yes.
How much did you have to drink tonight?
Nothing.
You had no drinks tonight?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I drink water. I've been working. I work for a lawyer.
Oh, I didn't ask you who you work for. I just asked you if you had anything to drink tonight.
I had water the whole evening.
Okay.
So somebody's complaining because I'm not going in the green light? That's a shame.
They were behind you beeping at you. I was sitting right next to you. I wondering why you're not going in the green light.
It's a crime to beep at the green light.
No, you can't be stopped at a green light. Green light means go.
No, a green light means go, of course, but he told me go. But
yeah, you sat at the light for like 10 seconds when it was green. You didn't want to go anywhere. People were behind you. You're blocking traffic. You have your ID on you or no? You have your ID on you or no?
Of course I do.
That's what I asked you for. You're supposed to stop at a red light.
I'm so sorry.
And then on top of it, you're speeding.
Thank you for telling me that, because when somebody's beeping at me for a green light, so...
Yeah, because you're stopped there. You're blocking the intersection.
I'm so sorry.
You're blocking.
Officer,
you can't find your ID or no?
Of course I have my ID.
Well, I asked you 3 times now. You can't find it yet.
I'm looking for it.
Okay.
So
well, you keep stopping though.
If I'm looking for it, doesn't mean I cannot find it.
The officer approaches politely. Hey, how you doing? Do you mind turning your car off for me? He immediately explains the reasons for the stop. Sitting through a green light for about 10 seconds, blocking traffic, accelerating rapidly afterward, allegedly speeding. This is important because officers generally need a lawful reason to initiate a traffic stop. The driver immediately asks, "Can you explain for me?" Officer, that's a reasonable question. The officer provides an explanation. The officer does one thing correctly here. He tells the driver why she was stopped. The driver also does something reasonable by asking for clarification. However, almost immediately, the conversation becomes argumentative instead of cooperative. Rather than simply producing her license, she repeatedly explains why she stopped at the green light. From an investigation standpoint, officers often want compliance with basic requests before debating the facts. They rely on you not knowing your rights. This channel makes sure you do. Subscribe and stay informed. And if you believe more people need to see this, share it. And let me know your thoughts in the comments.
I'm still looking. Officer, when is it a crime to looking for your license?
I didn't say it was a crime looking for your license.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. You know that.
How you doing, sir? How you related to her?
My friend.
Was that your friend?
It's great.
I'll be back with you in a second, all right? Hey, boss man, can I talk to you for a second back here? Hey, Maria, if you don't mind finding your registration for me. What's your first name?
Raymond.
Raymond?
Yes, sir.
All right. Listen, I'm going to ask you a couple times to be honest with me, all right? How much did she have to drink tonight?
I have no idea.
She drank a lot, though, right?
I have no idea.
Where's you guys coming from?
No, I'm not sure.
You guys have no idea where you're coming from?
Well,
you have no idea where you're coming from.
I mean, that's her. I'm not sure where she was coming from.
So how did you get in contact with her?
At Brass.
Okay.
Best friend.
So you just now got a ride with her?
Hmm?
How long have you known her?
I've known her for a little while.
So she wasn't drinking with you?
No.
All right, hang out right there for me. Maria, do you have a registration for this car?
It's my son's car. It's a dealer's car. He's a dealer.
Okay, well, that's another problem. One is you have to make sure that anytime you drive a car, you have to be able to find the paperwork on it.
Well,
Yeah, if you have a routine 94 reference, possible single one. Here's the other problem is technically you can't drive a car for private use on a dealer car.
it's not private use.
It is private use. Are you selling the car?
And my son is...
Are you selling the car?
No, my son is a
Okay,
dealer.
are you transporting this car for sale?
Absolutely not.
Then you can't use it for private use if you're driving from the bar, right?
No, absolutely not. I'm doing a test drive.
You're doing a test drive? How are you doing a test drive?
My son is a dealership.
Okay.
Can you call my son Matt?
No, you're driving the car. Are you driving it to a point of sale?
No, because my son is a dealership.
The officer repeatedly asks for her driver's license. She repeatedly says, "Of course I have my ID," but she continues explaining her actions instead of simply handing it over. Eventually, she asks, "When is it a crime to look for your license?" The officer responds, "I didn't say it was." This is an interesting exchange. The driver is technically correct. Looking for your license is not a crime, but from the officer's perspective, repeated delays during a traffic stop can increase suspicion. At this stage, neither side is making much progress. The officer is becoming impatient. The driver is becoming defensive. The tone begins deteriorating. The officer separates the passenger. This is a common investigative tactic. He asks, "How much did she drink? Where are you coming from? Was she drinking with you?" The passenger repeatedly says, "I have no idea. I don't know." The officer appears skeptical. Separating occupants allows officers to compare stories. In DUI investigations, inconsistent answers can increase suspicion. The passenger doesn't provide much useful information that neither confirms nor disproves impairment. Now the focus shifts dramatically. The officer learns the vehicle belongs to her son, who is a dealer. The driver insists, "My son owns the dealership. I'm doing a test drive." The officer disagrees. He believes she's using dealer plates for private purposes. The debate goes back and forth. Neither side gives ground. This becomes a credibility battle. The officer believes she's using the vehicle illegally. She's making excuses. The driver believes she's authorized. The officer doesn't understand the circumstances. The major problem here is communication. Neither side is listening. They're simply repeating their own position.
You can't drive it to and from on private use. You're just not coming from Brass Ring bringing your friend home, correct?
I'm doing a test drive. I had this car for like 2 days.
You're not doing a test drive.
Absolutely, I
You're
am.
using it for private use to bring your friend home. You can only use a dealer tag to drive to and from a dealership for sale.
I'm
You're not
not.
making a purchase right now.
My son is a dealership.
I understand that, so he's doing it illegally.
No, he has.
Yes, he is. I'm telling you what he's doing. You're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm telling you.
My son has a dealership license.
I understand that. That's only to sell a car. You're not selling a car now. You're using it for private use.
I
You're not,
bought the car.
Maria, stop arguing with me. And
Not
listen what I'm telling
arguing,
you.
sir.
You're driving your friend home. You cannot do that on a private use. You can only do it from to and point from a sale. That's the only time you're allowed to use a dealer tag for. It's not to drive all over town and figure out what you're going to do with your car. You're not on a test drive. Your son's not in the car. You don't have a salesperson in the car doing a test drive. You're using it for private use to bring a friend home from the Brass Ring. I'm going to ask you one more time to see how good your credibility is. How much did you have to drink tonight? Because I can smell it all over you.
What are you smelling all over?
How much alcohol beverage have you drank tonight?
Absolutely not.
So I'm going to go to Brass Ring and ask them, how much did Maria drink?
Please
They're going to
do.
say a lot, right?
No, please do.
All right, go ahead and step out of the car for me, Maria.
Absolutely not. I don't have to. It's my car. I own the car.
It's not your car, it's your son's car. I'm going to ask you to step out of the car before I take you to jail because you're going to get hurt if you don't step out of the car.
The officer suddenly returns to alcohol. He says, "I can smell it all over you." He asks again, "How much have you had to drink?" She denies drinking. The officer says he'll ask the bar staff. Then he orders her out of the car. This is the turning point. The officer now states specific reasons for a DUI investigation. According to him, driving behavior, delayed reactions, possible odor of alcohol, conflicting explanations. From the driver's perspective, she maintains complete innocence. This disagreement sets up the major legal issue of the encounter. The officer orders, "Step out of the car." She refuses. He asks again. She refuses. He explains she's under DUI investigation. She still refuses. Instead, she repeatedly asks, "Call my son." The officer declines. He repeatedly warns, "If you don't get out, you're going to get hurt." The second officer arrives. He also orders her out. She refuses again. This is the most critical part of the encounter. The driver keeps asking, for what reason? The officers repeatedly answer, DUI investigation, dealer tag issue, unregistered vehicle concerns. Whether the driver agrees with those reasons or not, refusing repeated lawful commands dramatically increases the likelihood that force will be used. The officers also repeatedly warn her of the consequences before taking action. One thing viewers may notice is the officer's language. Statements like, "You're going to get hurt," "Before I rip you out of the car." These are intended as warnings that force may be used. However, they can also increase tension and fear during the encounter. Calmer wording might have reduced resistance.
Excuse me?
I'm asking you to step out of the car, and I really don't want to get you hurt. Please step out of the car. You are being recorded right now. Go ahead and step out of the car before I take you to jail.
Call my son. It's a dealership. Call my son, please.
I don't need to call your son. Get out of the car before I get you hurt. Because I'm going to hurt you blowing you out of the car if you don't get out of the car.
You gonna hurt me? For what?
I'm gonna take you to jail if you don't get out of the car. That's why I asked you to get out of the car, because I'm a law enforcement officer asking you to get out of the car. Please follow my orders so you don't get hurt.
Okay, so
Come on.
can you please call my son?
I don't need to call your son. You're a grown woman. I don't need to call your son. Take your seatbelt off before I rip you out of the car, and you're gonna get hurt. You may want to follow my orders before you get hurt.
What do you want from me, sir?
I want you to undo your seatbelt and step out of the car.
For what?
Because I think you've been drinking tonight, and also you're driving around with an unregistered motor vehicle, which is a criminal offense.
Okay, so
So I'm buttoning your seatbelt before I take you out of the car.
Why would
get
you
out of the
hurt
car?
me?
Because I don't have to rip you out of the car because you're not going to exiting the car.
can I please have my phone back?
Absolutely not. You can get out of the
You gonna
car.
rip me out of my car?
I'm about ready to, if you don't start listening to my directions.
For what?
I'm asking you to simply just get out of the car so I can speak with
No,
you.
please give me a ticket for whatever I'm doing.
No, I'm not getting you a ticket. Right now you're being suspected of DUI. I'm doing my investigation. I have asked you to get out of the car 3 times now. I'm going to tell you right now again, before I rip you out of this car and take that seatbelt off you, you're going to get hurt.
You're gonna
It's
rip
in
me
your
out of my
best
car?
interest to step out of the car.
For what?
He's asking you to step out of the
Your
car.
vehicle is unregistered.
he
You're
said
using a dealer
step
tag
out of my car.
illegally, and on top of that, you're suspected of
This is
DUI.
my son's car.
Okay. Take off your seatbelt and step out of the car.
For what reason?
He's already explained to you.
No, he hasn't.
He just told you 3 times in the
For
30
what,
seconds
sir?
I've been sitting here. Take off your seatbelt and step out of the car.
Absolutely not.
Now you're going to get hurt
You're gonna hurt me for what?
because you're not exiting the car like we asked you to.
Is this the son? Do you have a-
No, that's just her
No.
friend, supposedly
Just
from
call my
Brass Ring.
son.
She's using a dealer tag. Car's unregistered.
No, it's not my son. It's a dealer.
I've already explained it to you 5 times now that
Ma'am,
you can't use a
this is
dealer
your
tag.
last chance to step out of the car on your own, or you will be taken out of the car.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, then you can get out of the car.
Let's evaluate the officer. Positives: explained the initial stop, conducted a systematic investigation, interviewed the passenger separately, gave multiple commands, repeatedly warned before using force. Potential criticisms: became impatient early, interrupted the driver frequently, used aggressive language, framed some questions in a leading manner, allowed the conversation to become argumentative. Driver performance. Let's evaluate the driver. Positives: asked why she was stopped, denied drinking consistently, tried to explain the vehicle ownership, remained mostly nonviolent. Major mistakes: delayed producing identification, argued nearly every point, repeated explanations instead of listening, refused multiple lawful commands to exit, focused on calling her son rather than addressing the officer's investigation. Who escalated the situation? The reality is that both sides contributed. The officer escalated through frustration, sharp communication, threatening language. The driver escalated through constant argument, repeated refusals, and failure to comply with basic investigatory commands. The biggest issue wasn't necessarily the original traffic stop. It was the breakdown in communication. Every exchange became a debate instead of a conversation. This body cam demonstrates how a routine traffic stop can escalate step by step. It starts with a delayed green light, then speeding allegations, then questions about alcohol, then dealer tag issues, then a DUI investigation, finally repeated refusal to exit the vehicle. The key lesson is that traffic stops often evolve as officers gather information. A stop that begins over a minor traffic concern can expand into a broader investigation if additional factors raise suspicion. At the same time, officers' communication style matters. Clear explanations and calm instructions can help reduce tension, while argumentative exchanges and aggressive wording can make compliance less likely. For viewers, this body cam highlights 3 practical realities. Small driving behaviors can lead to a traffic stop. The way both officers and drivers communicate can significantly influence how an encounter unfolds. And once a stop becomes confrontational, each decision made by either side can increase the risk of a much more serious outcome. Overall rating of the encounter: initial stop, routine. Investigation, legitimate but increasingly confrontational. Driver's cooperation, limited. Officers' communication, effective in some respects, but unnecessarily aggressive at key moments. Overall escalation, the result of a series of choices by both parties rather than a single turning point.